Hello everyone, welcome to episode 8 of our series Maintenance Motorway. As we promised you guys earlier, we are going to talk about how or the proper procedure in checking and replenishing your coolant whenever you feel there's a reduction in it. So in our previous episode we talked about the pressure cap, and today I'm going to illustrate how the pressure cap works and how it is purposely designed for these instances. Alright, so throughout our series on coolant systems, we taking the trouble today to let you guys know the various designs of coolant systems on various cars. Although some might look similar, but they are different in designs but the same operation, or they work in the same way. So I have a Toyota CHR here and a Honda Accord here, but basically they all have different coolant system designs and they are all operating on the same thing. So I'm going to use the Honda Accord to demonstrate how the coolant system, basically the pressure cap on the coolant system, works. And this is quite simpler than the CHR, so I want to use this very cap. So with the pressure cap that I have here, there's 1, 2 here. Okay, so basically I'm going to talk about how the pressure cap works, or demonstrate how it works for you guys to understand how the cooling system basically operates. So with the pressure cap, looking on top, we have the pressure indication in kilopascal, which you can also try to convert it in Pascal. So you have 108 kilopascal written on the pressure cap. It means that your pressure cap has the ability to operate within this specific range of pressure. And in any case, when you have a damaged pressure cap and you want to replace it, you either consult your user manual, which the manufacturer has specifically stated in it. So whenever you are going to replace this pressure cap, you look at the specifications and buy similar or the correct pressure cap for your car with the same pressure indicated on the pressure cap. Means it's going to operate within that same pressure. Alright, so with the pressure cap, we have 2 valves. We have the pressure valve and the vacuum valve. What the pressure valve does is, whenever your engine is running, there's a lot of pressure, or the coolant tends to expand whenever it's heating up. So the pressure cap in the pressure valve in the pressure cap will also exert or add extra pressure to increase or elevate the boiling point of your coolant system. So at a predetermined temperature or pressure, it will act against the pressure cap or the pressure valve to allow coolant to flow from your radiator into your expansion tank here, or your reservoir tank. Now, whenever this is done, the pressure valve in the pressure cap will tend to go back again to sit to prevent a lot of or excess coolant moving into your expansion tank. Now, whenever the system is cooled or your engine stops running, there's a vacuum valve in your pressure cap. So the vacuum valve in your pressure cap, what it does is, when the system cools down, the coolant in there contracts. When it contracts, there's going to be vacuum within your radiator, or your radiator. And because we don't want vacuum or air occupying this radiator side of your coolant system, the vacuum valve will open with the difference in atmospheric pressure and the reservoir. So the vacuum valve opens, allow coolant to flow back from the reservoir into your radiator to occupy that vacuum created in your radiator. Hence, this will also prevent your vacuum hose from collapsing due to atmospheric pressure or outside pressure acting on the hose. So that is the reason why whenever you are trying to fill your coolant, make sure there's enough coolant in your reservoir to allow coolant to move to and flow, so that you don't have air occupying your radiator. So that is basically how the radiator pressure cap works. So we advise our viewers that please make sure that when you're filling or topping up or checking your radiator coolant or coolant in your radiator, you check what is in your radiator, and you also look at what is in your reservoir tank. Because if you don't have coolant in your radiator, that means whenever the vacuum valve opens during the contraction of your coolant, air will go back into your radiator and you will continue to experience overheating. This is just basically how the whole system operates. Most of the vehicles have a different cooling system design based on the manufacturer specification, but they all work basically the same. So that is all for today on our demonstration on the pressure cap and how the coolants or the cooling system work. So with that said, that brings us to the end of our episode. So someone might be wondering, what happens whenever I'm driving and I encounter an overheating issue? What is the preventive or the precaution I need to take to avoid such issues? So we'll try to cover that in our next episode coming up. So remember, don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and always practice defensive driving.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please hit the like button and remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on all our social media pages: Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter and TikTok at Autoshack Ghana for other educational content.